Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Lauren here with another great business to discuss in this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Louis, and he's selling his display advertising and Amazon Associates business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Louis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. It's great to have you on the show, and we're really excited to learn more about your business. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. So this is a display advertising and Amazon Associates business. It was created in January 2018 in the technology niche. The average monthly revenue for the business is $7,111, and it makes an average of $7,085 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 58201 to learn more about the business. Or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this business. The assets included in the sale are a domain and all site content and files, 2 301 redirect domains, and Facebook and Twitter social media accounts. So now that we know more about the business, let's hear more from the seller. Louis, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am together with a business partner on this business, and he is the one that has the background in building online and digital businesses. He has created and sold many of them. And then my background is primarily in nonprofit organizations. And he and I teamed up for this venture where we purchased this business in November of 2020. And I provided the sweat equity and he provided the financing. And we worked together to purchase this business and build it and grow it and run it over these last 12, 13 months.
Fantastic. So what was it about this particular business that attracted you to it?
Oh, yeah. We just loved how thorough the content was in the website. And also, we loved the consistency of the revenue.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Do you have any experience in the particular niche that the website is centered around, or what drew you to those specific products?
Yeah, we have always loved technology. That niche has always been very interesting. So that was very attractive. And we thought that we could be able to add to the content that's on there. So we added another category over this last year that has been fun to build and add as well.
Fantastic. So this business makes money from a variety of monetization methods. Can you walk me through the different revenue streams for the business?
Sure. Primarily, this revenue is created through display advertising. We use Mediavine for that. And then the rest of the revenue comes through Amazon affiliates.
Okay, fantastic. So it sounds like you certainly had an interest in the content on the site and in the business. What are the reasons that you're selling it now?
Well, to be honest, we both have full-time jobs and we just have not been able to put in the time recently to continue to add more categories to this niche and continue to build the content. And so with that, we also have other ventures in mind and things we would like to tackle in the future. And so that's the reason why we're looking to sell this business at this time.
Yeah, you mentioned that there are some business ventures you want to tackle in the future. Are there any lessons or success stories that you can take from this business that you might apply to those future business ventures that you're going to work on?
Absolutely. Yeah, this taught us many things about not only this niche, but the importance of adding content, quality content, and just the ability to be able to see the results, to do things today that are going to pay off later. And so we'll always be able to take that with us into our next business venture to put in the work now for things that we want to see and do in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how the small changes you make now can really compound over time. I'm sure there were some things that didn't quite go according to plan. If you had to go back and start this business venture again, is there anything that you would do differently the second time around?
Yes, absolutely. So we had to learn a few things about when it comes to creating content. We had to really learn a lot about keyword research, learn a lot about how to partner with external writers and create content briefs. So we learned a ton building and growing this business that we'll be able to use in the future for sure.
Wonderful. Yeah. So talk to me about your traffic. Where does the majority of your traffic come from? And do you do any external marketing to help draw traffic in?
Yeah, all of our traffic is from Google SEO. We don't do any external marketing. It's just all organic traffic from search.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty powerful if you can get all your traffic from Google. So, Louis, if you were to keep the business, what are some of the ways that you would try and grow it further?
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a huge opportunity right now. All of the content is through articles. However, there's a huge opportunity to add content through YouTube videos that could supplement every single article that's on the site, could basically turn every one of those articles into a YouTube video and create a YouTube channel with traffic and have advertising through YouTube, which would obviously create another revenue stream for the site. That would be a huge opportunity. And then also, right now, we have maybe 3 categories inside of the technology niche on our site. And that could obviously be expanded into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories that continue to grow.
Yeah, those definitely sound like there's a lot of potential there. Those are great ideas. So you mentioned that you're in this business with a partner. What roles do you each play in the business and what sort of tasks take up your time? How much time do you spend working on the business? Walk me through all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I spend most of my time just doing the things like plugins, updating plugins on the website, and responding to comments on the blog post articles and responding to emails and things like that. When we have a technical need, that's when my business partner comes in and he provides that expertise.
Okay, perfect. And how many hours would you say that you each spend on the business per week?
Now we only spend probably 1 hour a week on the business.
Okay, perfect. So it's fairly passive then.
Oh, yeah, it's very passive at this point. There was a point in early 2020 when we decided to add that third category where we did spend some time working with contractors with keyword research and building content briefs and working with outside writers to create some content. And we built that category in early 2020. But since then, yeah, it's probably about 1 hour a week just for the website to run.
Fantastic. It definitely sounds like a wild machine. So, for someone who's not familiar with this particular niche or perhaps the business model, what skills or requirements would you say are needed to run this business successfully?
Just a very basic understanding of WordPress, I would say, and then a very basic understanding of writing. There is some writing to do, but most of that we have outsourced at this point. So it's really just managing people. If you're ever wanting to add content, it's just managing writers. And there's some amazing companies out there that we could recommend to partner with for that as well.
Fantastic. On the flip side of the coin, what would you say are the biggest risks associated with the business that buyers should be aware of?
Probably the only risk is one that many in this space are facing, and that's just the Google algorithm. That at the end of the day, we are not in control of the Google algorithm or the Amazon, whatever they decide to do as far as commissions and things with Amazon affiliates. So that's the only risk. And that's pretty similar for anybody in this space as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure a new buyer would appreciate your knowledge and expertise when they buy the business. How much support are you willing to offer buyers?
Oh, yeah, we would definitely offer email support for like a month and probably 2 Zoom calls.
Wonderful, yeah. And would you be open to negotiating something like an earnout?
This time, we're not interested in negotiating an earnout.
Sure, fair enough. And would you be willing to commit to a non-compete agreement?
Yes, we would absolutely be willing to commit to a non-compete. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So, Louis, do you have any advice to give our listeners that you wish you knew when you first started with this business?
Oh, yeah. When we first started with this business, we were just digging into this whole world of display advertising and affiliate marketing. And so my advice for anyone getting into this, this is a great way to have a steady revenue stream. The revenue from this business has been very consistent over the last 13 months and even grown during that time. So my advice would be to just get in there, dig around, enjoy getting to know this content and the technology niche, and also have fun learning how to add content, how to work with writers, how to work with keywords that would be helpful to go after next. And my advice would just be to have fun with it and enjoy this as an excellent revenue stream in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic advice. So the final question of the interview, and the one that buyers listen into most keenly, is if you had to put yourself into the shoes of a buyer, why do you think your business is a business worth buying?
Yes, that's a great question. This business is an excellent business to buy because of the low maintenance and time required for it on a monthly basis. Like I said, my business partner and I both have full-time jobs and families, and we have been able to run and grow this business on the side. So that is what it was appealing for us in the beginning, and that what would make it appealing to me if I were a potential buyer for this business now as well.
Yeah, definitely. It certainly sounds like this is a business with a lot of potential, and I think it's going to attract quite a wide pool of buyers. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners that I might have missed?
I don't think so. I would just reiterate the areas of growth opportunity in this business. If someone weren't in our shoes with so much time tied up in our full-time jobs and families and things like that, there is lots of opportunity to grow the business with adding content and categories and even moving into YouTube space as ways to get this content out rather than just through the articles on the website. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there to take this and take it to a totally new level.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks so much for your time, Louis. It's been really great talking to you and learning more about this business. It certainly sounds like definitely has a lot of potential.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed the conversation.
Fantastic. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 58201. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.